Hello everyone, my name is Dwinanda Budi Ramadhani with NPM 223160041 and the class TK22B. Choosing the right system development life cycle (SDLC) method for an embedded system development project requires an in-depth understanding of the unique characteristics of embedded system, the challenges faced, and how each SDLC methodology can address those specific needs. The following is an explanation of choosing the right system development life cycle (SDLC) method for an embedded system development project. Introduction to SDLC and embedded system. SDLC is a framework that defines the stage that must be faced to develop software or system from start to finish. This method includes several stages such as requirement analysis, design, implementation, testing, and maintenance. Embedded system, on the other hand, are systems that are integrated with specific hardware and are often used in IoT devices, industrial automation system, medical device, and others. Embedded systems have specific characteristics such as resource limitation, real-time needs, and close integration between hardware and software. Therefore, choosing the right SDLC method is crucial to ensure the success of an embedded system development project. Traditional SDLC methodology waterfall. Waterfall is a traditional sequential SDLC method, where each phase must be complete before the next phase begins. Waterfall advantage. A clear structure and well-defined stage allowing the team to understand what to do at each stage. Detailed documentation at each stage which facilitates maintenance and knowledge transfer. Waterfall weakness. Inflexible to change that occur during development, so if there is a change in requirement, it will be difficult to adjust. Less suitable for projects that require iteration and customization based on user feedback due to the linear approach. Next. Agile methodology. Agile is an interactive and incremental method emphasizing flexibility and collaboration between teams. Agile advantage. The ability to adapt to changing needs during development, allowing teams to adjust priorities and features according to the last feedback. Iteration that enable continuous testing and feedback ensure that the product is always in usable state and meets user needs. Agile weakness. Requires a highly skilled team and good communication due to its dynamic and fast-paced nature. Documentation may lack depth compared to traditional methods, which can be a challenge for long-term maintenance. Next. Rapid Application Development (RAD) methodology. RAD emphasizes emphasizes rapid development through prototypes and frequent user feedback. RID advantage rapid and iterative development process enabling products to be launched faster to market. Focus on delivering prototypes that can be tested and refined, enabling early detection and rectification of issues. RED weakness may be less suitable for projects with large scale and complex requirements due to the rapid and iterative approach. Requires an intensive time commitment from the end user, which may be difficult to obtain if the user has time constraint. Next, V model methodology. The V model is a variant of waterfall that emphasizes verification and validation at every stage of development. V model advantage: a highly organized structure with a focus on testing and validation ensure high quality at every stage of development. Each stage has a corresponding testing phase, ensure that every aspect of the system is thoroughly tested before moving on the next stage. V model weakness: less flexible to change during development, as each stage must be fully completed before moving on the next. Very strict documentation and process, which can be a burden for smaller teams or projects with high change needs. Choosing the right methodology. Factor on consider in selecting the right SDLC methodology for an embedded system development project include project complexity. Highly complex projects may be better suited for highly structured methods such as V model or waterfall, which provide a clear and detailed framework. User involvement. If user feedback is critical, Agile or RID may be a better fit. As this method allow for frequent interaction and adjustment based on user feedback. Changing needs. Projects that are likely to experience many changes in requirements are better suited for Agile methodology, which are designed to adapt to changes that occur during development. Resource limitation. Methodologies such as waterfall may be more suitable for resource-constrained teams that require detailed document and a clear structure. Case studies and practical example. To provide is deeper understanding, provide a real-life example of an embedded system project and the SDLC methodology used. For example, the development of an IoT device with an Agile methodology to enable rapid iteration and continuous testing. Discuss how the chosen methods help in dealing with specification challenges in the project, such as the need to efficiently integrate hardware and software and ensure that the system can function reliably under various operational conditions. Okay, the last conclusion. In conclusion, summarize all the main points that have been discussed. Emphasize the importance of choosing an SDLC methodology that suits the specific needs of the project and the characteristics of the embedded system. Encourage the audience to consider all relevant factors before deciding on the SDLC methodology to use. The right choice will help ensure that embedded system developed project can be completed successfully on schedule, on budget, and meeting all established functional and non-functional requirements. So that all the video made for me. Bye bye.
Berapa menit tuh? 10 menit.